So you have 3 classes, right, in your assignment. So you just use this approach. Okay, just change the name accordingly. Okay, 3 classes, and if you ask me, all the classes are very short classes. It's not long. It's not. I mean, I don't think so. It will take you 5 or 6 pages per class. No, maybe maximum 2 pages. Okay, maximum, or maybe 1 page. Okay. Okay. Any question on the structure of the class? Object I will explain later. Don't worry about object. Okay, any question? Pardon? Pardon? Class? ToString. ToString is a method. It's a method. It's an operation. Name of the operation. Okay. ToString. Okay. Same like class name. For the methods, you can give any name that you wish. For example, if the method is dealing with subject registration, then the name of the method is register subject. Don't give any other name. Okay. I think for assignment, the name of the methods are given, right? So you just follow the name given. Okay. Okay, it's quite straightforward, the questions for the assignment. Okay, now, same like the previous discussion in T1, I give you one problem, and from that problem you write the codes, right? Okay, we will adopt the same approach. Okay, so this is the problem that you need to solve today. I hope all of you can view. Okay, I give you few minutes, maybe 3 minutes, for you to read the problem given. Hopefully you can view. Okay, I give you a few minutes. Just try to understand the question or the problem given. Okay, design a class in which, design a class which holds in, no in. Okay, design a class which holds student's name, metric, number, address, subjects registered, number of subjects registered. The program will update student's address in case of the student changing his or her address. Student can only register 2 or 3 subjects in a semester. In cases of deferment, students still need to register with 0 subject. Okay, the class will return the status of student registered if the number of subject registered is more than 1. Otherwise, deferment not registered will be returned. The class will display the following messages: student name, metric, address, number of subject registered, and the name of the subjects registered. Okay, don't type this question, just try to understand. Okay, from this question, I want you to identify the name of the class and the state of this class. No need to identify the methods or the behavior. Okay, the behavior you can identify later, but for the beginning, just try to identify, okay, what is the appropriate name for this class and the attributes or the state for this class. Class what? Class student. Okay. Okay. When you give the class name, don't give verb. Don't give the action name. For example, class register, class registration. No. Try to give the noun. In this case, it's a class student. Student, because we're dealing with student. Okay. So the class is class student. Okay. can you tell me the state of this class? Actually, from the scenario, you can detect. How many states are there? Pardon? Okay, name. Name is name, metric, address, subjects registered, number of subject registered. So how many are there? 5. Name, metric, address, subjects registered, and number of subjects registered. Okay. So anyone confused? So you have the class name, student, and I mean in the first paragraph, it's very obvious that there are 5 attributes or states of this class. So you don't put something beyond this. Okay, for example, don't put fees. Fees is not mentioned, right? So you don't put fees as a state. Okay, that's why I told you earlier, number of states for this class, whether 5 or 4, all depends on the nature of the problem that you want to solve. So in our case, from the problem given, you know that only 5. Anything beyond this, don't put in your class. Okay. Okay, how about the attributes? The behaviors. How many behaviors that you can detect? Pardon? Methods, yeah. How many methods or behaviors that you can detect?
2.
How many? 3. 3. Okay, let us go through one by one. Okay, the first one. The program will update students' address. Update students' address. It's an operation, right? Okay, so this is number 1. Okay, student can only register 2 or 3 subjects. 2, okay. In cases of deferment, students still need to register with 0 subject. This is 3. The class will return the status of student. Will return the status of student. This is an action, right? Okay, so this is number 4. Will return. Number 4. Okay. Anything else? Okay, these are one same action. So you can group as a 1. The class will display the following messages. Action or not? Action, right? So this is number 5. Okay, so basically there are 5. Update student's address. Student can only register 2 or 3 subjects in a semester. In case of deferment, student will still need to register with 0 subject. This is number 3. Okay, so this is number, I repeat. Okay, the program will update student's address. Number 1, behavior 1. Student can only register 2 or 3 subjects. That is behavior 2. In cases of deferment, students still need to register. Number 3. This is number 4. The class will return the status of student, whether the student is registered or not. Number 5. The class will display the following messages. Of course, you have many messages to be displayed, but all this can be grouped as one action. Okay. So all together are 5. But what I will do, I will split this into 2 actions. Student can only register 2 subjects or 3 subjects. Okay, this one I will split into 2. Okay, I will later explain you why. Student can only register 2 or, so this will be the, so this one I put the third behavior. So 4 will become 5, 5 become 6. So altogether, how many you have? 6. Okay, don't worry, because as you do more questions, then you understand how to split or how to merge the behaviors. Okay, but the rule is that because all these will be represented by method. Method is function. So how many tasks a method can do? Let's say you have one single task should be executed in one method. You cannot have multiple tasks performed by a single method. That's the rule. Okay, for example, you have method 1. Make sure this method only does one task. Don't put so many tasks in one method. Okay, that's why I split, because the student can register 2 or 3 subjects. Means that when the student wants to register, he can register 2 or 3. So I split into 2 behavior. 2 behavior means 2 different methods. So how many you have? 6, So earlier you were saying 2, some of you were saying 3, but now you know how to detect the behaviors. Okay, so in the exam, or doesn't matter, whenever you are writing a program, okay, you can take that paper that describing the scenario and you can just write down, you can just counting, okay, number 1, number 2, this is the third behavior, this is the last behavior. Okay, don't worry about this, this is not behavior, okay, you ignore this. So 6 behaviors will be represented by method. Later I will show you need to add another one to make it 7. Actually it's 1 plus 6. That one method I will explain you later where it comes from. Okay, so you have 6, you need to add another one. I will explain the meaning of that another method. So altogether is 7. That another method is known as constructor. Earlier I show you the class structure. There are 2 types of methods, constructor and member methods. The one you discovered in the scenario is member methods. How many member methods that you discover? 6, right? Then I said another one you need to add. That another one is constructor. Okay, same like member method, you can have more than one constructor. You can have 1, you can have 2. But in our problem that we want to discuss, you only have 1. So it's like 6 operation plus 1 constructor. Okay, don't worry about the meaning of this constructor, I will explain later. Okay, so far any question? Any question? Okay, now you open your notepad. Okay, because you know the name of the class, you know the attributes of the class, you know the behavior of the class. So what is the next step? What is the next step? No, to implement the class. To write the full, complete program. Right. Once you know the name of the class, you know the attribute of the class, you know the method of the class. So the next step is to open your notepad, write the code. Okay. So I hope all of you can open the notepad because we're going to type the codes. Okay. So I want one student to come to the front and use the notepad to type the implementation of class student. No need to worry because we will learn together. Anyone? Any volunteers? Or otherwise I will call your name. Okay, anyone? Okay, no need to worry because we will guide you. Okay. Anyone? Actually, instead of typing your program here, you can just go to the notepad and just type there. Okay. The only difference is that whatever you type, the others can view. Okay. Anyone? Any volunteers? Anyone? Otherwise, I need to choose. Anyone? No need to shy, because we will learn together. Means when you are at the front using the notepad, we will guide you. Okay? Encik boleh? Boleh lah, boleh ya. Okay. Okay, so apa nama?
Syazwan.
Syazwan. Okay. So Encik Syazwan dah dekat depan. Okay, so you need to guide him. Okay, so what you need to type now? Never mind, you can refer your book. You can refer to your book. Okay, what need to be typed here? Class, right? Okay. Class what? Okay, space student. After that, open curly bracket, space, open curly bracket, and then you need to close the curly bracket. Okay, type few enters, just enter few times. Further, few more. Okay, just close. Close curly bracket. Okay, so are there any